Alright, so we are now doing the best unit combo list, and I'm going to consider this for PvP only, so for the arena. I'm not really looking at combos for the new game mode for single player because it's unpredictable rosters. You never know what you're going to get. At least in the arena, you can pre-plan a strategy. So these are some of the strategies that we're going to be talking about. We're going to go in order. If you watched last month's live stream, some of these are going to look really familiar to you. If you haven't watched it, then these look new to you, but there are some new ones like down here, and there are a bunch of old ones. And I think the plan is just the more combos that keep coming out, the more I'm going to add to this list until we have like a ton. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this combo is Biollante, Leader, and Gigan. So using Biollante's leader ability with Gigan on the team. I think it's an A, if I'm gonna be honest. I think speeding up Gigan even faster to get him all the way to the end before your opponent even knows what's going on is a huge step forward, and it can be a really good opening play. You just have to know that if you're using this strategy right out the gate, then you're not going to have that Biollante rush later on. B tier, Gigan can push your unit to leader nearby. Yeah. By expecting a B, I don't know. I don't have bio. Gigan turns into an F1 car in the water. A for you. I think it's an A, especially because, like you said, he can push a unit. So if you were to place Godzilla 89 in the water, and then Gigan right behind him, and then hit the bio buff, you're pushing. Not only is Godzilla also getting the speed boost, they're also getting there's a 20% damage boost that accompanies this for 45 seconds, by the way. And you can use Gigan to push him up, or you can just send Gigan up A tier. I don't think it's an S tier because it's like a one shot. You have like one try to do it pretty much. I think it's definitely an A tier. Gigan level 20 does minuscule damage. Well, then B tier. If Gigan not doing enough damage, but you can also use Gigan to push a unit. I think it's A tier because you can give him a 20% damage buff, and any unit that he's pushing, you can also give him a buff. But I do think for B tier, same strategy but not as effective is both of these. The A tier for the push, I agree. I think I put both of these at the same time because I think they're the same. Kong with the buff and Caesar with the buff. I think Caesar will benefit the most because you're going to get his rush out faster. But if there's another unit even remotely close, Caesar's going to lock onto them and then divert out of the water and lose the buff. He'll retain the damage buff, I believe, but I think he loses the speed for sure because he's not going to be in the water. And then there you go. And then Kong is not really seeing too much play these days, so Kong is just getting over there. See you, familiar with watch your vids for the 2 tier list. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out and participating while you have been here. I'll see you in the next one. Now combo of Mothra, Larva, and Terrestris is a D tier. Larva is slow and not a lot of health. Terrestris has the healing and his range is really good. And this was on here to slow and then hit them with this for an early opening. But I am thinking it's D tier nowadays, especially with the nerfs and everything. Now, an A tier, if not S tier, is Jaguar and Ultima. Ultima riding right behind Jaguar. Unstoppable. Machines. Are you kidding me? They just run through everything. Larva and Terrestris, what? That is D. Listen, I know. I see you, I recognize that. But I'm still leaving this in S tier though, right here. Ultima and JJ equal anti-air and anti-swarm. Yeah, they cover each other's backs, they equal each other out, and they fill a gap that the other one doesn't hit. The singular point combo is A for you. I think it's an S tier. I think it's all around. The singular point combo is an S tier. Now, here's one, King Ghidorah and Jaguar. What are we thinking on these ones? I've never heard about Terrestris and Larva Mothra combo. That was an older one. That was from one of the previous seasons, and I kept all the ones from the previous seasons on here because there are still some combos that are good enough, but they're like not any different. Has subscribed. Now I am confused, but I think is a YouTube subscriber, not a Twitch subscriber. I think yeah, I have I don't know how to change the YouTube subscribe sound like that, but my Twitch subscribe one, if you do subscribe, is Lord Shax's voice line from Destiny, accompanied with, I think, Kiryu or Mechagodzilla 21 GIF. But regardless, I think the Jaguar and Ghidorah combo is solid. I don't think it's the best, but I think it is solid, so I'm going to keep it an A tier. Honestly, all of these combos with Ghidorah, I think, are A tier. Can we all agree? Ghidorah is still really powerful. I don't think he's the best. I think especially when he's paired with these three, he's really good. I think with Mothra, maybe he's just alright. But I think with SpaceGodzilla, it's huge. And I think with Ultima on the bottom, it could be huge, but it's kind of expensive. King Ghidorah and JJ would say A. King Ghidorah combos, A tier. How does this one look? Agreed. Just imagine Mechagodzilla 21 in Battleline. I would love that so much. This is a D right here. Mechagodzilla as a leader, and you use his buff, his passive, when you use the pulse grenade to buff all these bases. They suck. Don't even worry about it. Now, this was Ichan's combo of Ghidorah, Manila, and Mechagodzilla that he suggested. There he is. Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Manila combos OP. Mechagodzilla mini tank and Ghidorah for splash and Manila for sniper stun. I think it's a little too expensive. I'm going to keep it in a... I think it's a B tier. You're the only one that is actually using this, supposedly. I'm keeping it in B tier because just on a standpoint, I can see it. But I don't know in practice how well it's going to work, especially with the meta, because Ghidorah is not seeing a lot of play. This now is Mothra. This was Mothra as a leader with Godzilla 89 in the field. This was S tier at one point. It is now D tier because her ultimate or her passive leader thing is just miserable. Godzilla 89 and SpaceGodzilla I think is an S tier, and I also think SpaceGodzilla with Ultima is an S tier. Any arguments with these two SpaceGodzilla picks? Mothra ability isn't good at all anymore? Yeah. Mechagodzilla, Ghidorah, and Manila is a nice little unit that I've used in matches, works decently, but I've not been able to use it in single player. Yeah, I can see that trio being really good for the event. I can't see it being really too amazing in this. G9 Space because it's kind of expensive, but S. I use it all the time. It's really expensive, but it works. All SpaceGodzilla combos are S. Change my mind. So now we have this one, which was suggested, which is Gigan and Godzilla. And I think this is Gigan to push Godzilla. I don't remember who suggested this. But I think it's Gigan to push Godzilla, and I think that's an A. Two almost unstoppable combo, SpaceGodzilla and Ultima 89. Yeah, these are like unstoppable right now. SpaceGodzilla and Dimension Tide. But yeah, I'm gonna put this in A tier, like we discussed with this. Same reasoning. This is the same as this pairing, except it doesn't get the speed boost. You're just pushing Godzilla out of the way. Manila and not Megaguirus, oh my gosh. Manila and Megaguirus, A tier. Super slow all around, just tossing out slows. And I think this is kind of a C tier of Mothman and the Lion King. I think they're good on their own. I think together they're decent, but I think it is just not worth putting them both on the team at the same time. I think you only need one of them. I don't think you need both the rush units. I think having both of the rush units, if one of them doesn't kill whoever they hit, the other one definitely is going to. But I don't think it's worth having both of them on your team. I think you should pick one or the other. Mothman and Lion are B in my opinion, but no reason for both exactly. So that's the combos then. So these are like great strategies that you can just be using every day in your deck. I recommend trying some of them out. If there's any in here that you didn't know about, like Ichan's one, totally throw it in your deck and give it a shot.